Hi guys, we are Dan and Steph from My Kitchen Rules and here at Dan and Steph's in Harvey Bay, but more importantly we're the SunPork ambassadors. We're so excited to be part of the virtual 2020 BaconFest. Got some fond memories of BaconFest, such a great crowd, and we're really looking forward to showcasing some great pork dishes for you today.
So let's kickstart our SunPork Smoke Off masterclass, and we are using some amazing SunPork pork ribs this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a Vietnamese marinade, and we're going to pickle some vegetables. And what we're going to do is get some vermicelli noodles as well and serve them in a lettuce cup. So
big thing with this is we're going to step away from the ribs with your smoking and all that sort of stuff and your rubs and your marinades and Asian it up and make this SunPork rib really shine. It's really important. It's more Vietnamese, so we travelled to Vietnam a few years ago and I got this marinade from a cooking class we did and I'll never forget it. It's very basic. It's got lemongrass, ginger, garlic, honey, sesame oil and fish sauce, and it is absolutely to die for, but very versatile. You can use it for anything, but we feel as though it's going to be perfect for these ribs. We've already done it, so we've marinated overnight, pretty much all the ingredients into a processor, whizzed them up, covered that pork rack, absolutely delicious. Get it in the oven 4 to 5 hours on 150 degrees, and then we're going to pull all the bones out, and then we'll slice the meat up, and we'll assemble our San Choi Bao style Asian pork ribs.
fantastic. Well, let's put the SunPork ribs in the oven.
See you in 4 to 5 hours, pork ribs.
Okay, so that is actually going to make the house smell so delicious, but what's going to come with these and what we're going to serve with these pork ribs is some pickled vegetables. Now, pickling vegetables is so simple, and we're going to do it now while the ribs are in the oven because the longer they pickle, the better they get.
So we've got this nice gelatinous fatty piece of pork rib that we're going to have that's going to be absolutely delicious, so we want to cut through that fat with a bit of pickle. Just to give it that good balance. We've got the freshness of the lettuce, we've got the vermicelli, the pickled carrot, and that beautiful juicy pork.
That's right.
Works really well together.
It really does, and we're not going to overcomplicate the pickled veg. Basically, what we're going to use is cabbage and carrot. For the pickling liquid, we're going to move over to the stove, but all you need is vinegar, which we have in the cupboard, sugar, caster sugar, whatever sugar you have, because you're going to dissolve it. And we're going to use some star anise to infuse that flavour and really get an Asian kind of flavour into our dish as well with using the pickled vegetables. So,
if you want to get a bit fancy, you can chuck a couple of cloves, a bit of cinnamon stick in there.
yep.
But we just like that star anise. It's quite Vietnamese and going to be perfect accompaniment to our beautiful pork.
Yeah, okay, so the first step what we need to do is do our vinegar and sugar into a pan and then infuse it with some star anise. So
this is very simple, guys. We're going to put the vinegar in the pot, we're going to add the sugar, the star anise, and we're going to bring it to the boil until the sugar's dissolved, and then we're going to kill it.
That's
Done.
it, simple. And
pour it over our pickle, then we're going to pour it over our veggies, and then let it sit and do its thing.
yeah, while the pork's in the oven. So, and then pretty much dinner's nearly done.
We like to put a hot pickle. We like to put a hot pickling liquid onto our veggies because the heat tends to absorb more into the veggies, so you're going to get that more pickle flavour.
Right.
But it's very crucial that you get a good balance of vinegar and sugar, so it's perfect pickle.
That's right. When you taste your pickling liquid, if it's basically tasting just vinegar, you need to add some more sugar. Or maybe add a little bit of water if it's too vinegary for you, so it needs to have that really good balance. Let's get our pickling liquid happening. Okay guys, so our pork ribs are in the oven and we've also pickled our vegetables. The last thing we need to do is just get our vermicelli noodles ready to go for assembly. So we're just going to pour some hot water over those till they become nice and soft.
Hot water, and then just leave them.
Leave them be.
Yeah, and then pull them out when they're ready to serve. They should be cooked through by the time that water's cooled down.
Yep.
And then we'll assemble. So pretty easy, guys. Pork's in the oven, pickled veg is done, vermicelli's done. We've got our lettuce ready to go. We've got our cashews that we're going to garnish with at the end. All together, absolute flavour sensation.
We'll see you back shortly.
Well, there you have it, guys. Meat's been in the oven now for 4.5 hours. We've rested it for 40 minutes. And now we're going to pull all the bones out and we're going to chop the meat up. So we've got our beautiful cos lettuce. We're going to get some vermicelli on top of that. And then we're going to get the meat on, We've also got this beautiful stock that we don't want to get rid of either. So this is a mixture of all those beautiful herbs and sauces and stuff that we marinated our pork in with a little bit of chicken stock. And we're going to make sure we get that all over the meat too as we assemble this dish. So very exciting. Stay tuned. We're going to pull this meat off and get it chopped up, and we'll be straight back ready to serve. One bone. Two bone. Three.
Oh my gosh.
As you can see, guys, bones just falling out. Absolutely delicious. Super soft, super tender. These SunPork ribs are to die for. The best thing I love about these SunPork ribs, they're not like your butcher. So you go to your butcher and they'll give you this skinny rack. That's no good because it's literally going to dry out. So with the SunPork ones, they're always massive meaty. They've got a great amount of fat in them. Second to none. So the best, hands down the best pork rib you'll get in the market. Like, look at that. Absolutely sensational.
Clean bones.
We've seen just how quick those bones have come out of that rib, and absolutely on stoked.
Yeah.
So super soft, super moist.
Tastes delicious.
Super tasty.
Let's get this dish happening.
We want to chop it up like the ribs. So people can take a bit. Easily feed a family of 4.
So I'm just going to sprinkle some vermicelli onto this dish. So we've pulled the lettuce cups apart, just a cos lettuce or whatever lettuce you like or have. I'm just going to sprinkle that on there. Then Dan's going to follow me with some meat. To bulk it up a bit, mate. What we want to do is that each person comes along and gets a lettuce cut and fills it up with all the goodness.
Got to be super careful because this meat's super delicate. So, pork ribs on.
Now, don't forget the pan juices.
Got to get. So what we got here, because this is reduced for so long, it's a little bit salty. It's not super salty, like it's yummy. But also too, we've got our pickle that we've made a little bit sweeter than normal. So the contrast will be spot on. So we're just going to spoon the sauce over the pork. All that beautiful pork fat, we've got all that beautiful herbs and spices from the Vietnamese marinade. Honestly, guys, this is our absolute winner.
Great for the family, put it in the middle of the table. Or if you're catering or you're having friends over, this will be a winner.
Pickled veg, very important.
So we have drained the pickle off the veg.
Yeah, so got rid of the star anise.
Yeah.
Pickled veg. Just that acidity to cut through the richness of the pork. Because the rib's quite moist and fatty, which is sensational. Then we've got some toasted cashews. So just all over with the toasted cashews.
You get more flavour, but also crunch.
Bit of texture.
Yeah, yeah.
We're ticking all the boxes here. And then the creme de la creme, fresh herbs out of the garden. So we've got a big herb garden that's full of a lot of Asian spices because we love a lot of Asian cooking. So if you figure that out by now. So we've got some mint, we've got Vietnamese mint, and we've got some coriander. And we're just gonna
Just mix them all together.
Yeah. Lucky dip. Be careful with the Vietnamese mint, it's quite overpowering. So we just there we go.
You want to be, if you love some heat, put some red chilli on there.
Red
as
chilli,
well.
bit of contrast with colour too. We've got Miss Muffin eating this with us tonight, so we'll keep the chilli away from it.
So there we have it, guys. Our Vietnamese pork ribs. We know that you guys will love it, and please let us know if you do create this dish. Send us a message at info@danandsteph.com.au. I know that the girls at SunPork would love to see what you guys do. So thanks so much for joining us at the virtual 2020 BaconFest. We hope to see you in person perhaps next year.
Definitely. Front and centre, we will be SunPork 10.
Absolutely.
Come and check it out, say g'day. I reckon we'll have some snag samples on to offer.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Happy cooking.